And I want y'all to understand this is the mindset of the tether class. Not all immigrants, but just that jealous ass tether class who have contempt for us. I want y'all to understand this is the mindset and this type of insecurity. Yeah? I want y'all to understand a lot of them think like this because these people come over here, many of them have a complex about fleeing. So they come over and try to denigrate us any way they can. And we have to check that nonsense at the door.
What most immigrants do is, like immigrants do, is flee away from danger. I love the idea of go back to your country because there's this mentality that there's a claim to something. Your entire country is based off of people that fleed. Like, that is what people do.
No. Who? Did anybody in your family flee? This entire country is based on people who fleed, not fled. Her ass said who fleed. No, it ain't. Nobody in my family fled. Nigga, none. Nobody on neither side of my family fled nowhere. Speak for your damn self. We stayed here and dealt with these damn white supremacists. No, no, no. Don't you put your fleeing ass mentality on us. No, we didn't.
Like, that is what people do. They flee. If it ain't working out there and the oppression is way too bad, they flee for better opportunities.
Or they do what we do. We fight the oppressive system and make better opportunities in our own homeland. No, you don't flee. You fight the oppressive system and then you make things better like we did. You see? No, you don't flee. Everybody can't flee. Somebody has to fight somebody for some goddamn rights and some justice.
Some people want to sit there and fight all day, but other people actually want to raise their children and they don't want to spend their life fighting.
Okay, boy, this right here, see, that's coward tether talk right there. So y'all FBAs want to fight all the time. Man, we just want to raise our kids. Fool. You're able to flee over here to raise your damn kids in peace because of us fighting. Duh. How do you think you have a place to flee to and enjoy freedoms? Who do you think made that happen? See, a lot of these tethers, they got this mentality that they're so great innately that white people like them. And it was white people from the goodness of their heart that said, hey, come on over here and join us because we like you better than these FBAs. So they've mind screwed themselves into believing that nonsense that white people somehow took a liking to them. No, fool. White people did not want you over here. White people had immigration policies that wouldn't let black folks over here in big numbers at all. We had to fight them for that. We had to make these people allow you to come over here. During the early 1900s, when you had black people in Tuskegee and other places fighting to have immigrants come over, that's how Marcus Garvey was able to come over. That was us fighting to let black immigrants come over here because they didn't want black immigrants coming here then. Don't let these people remix history. Y'all want to do all that fighting. Fool, you able to bring your shiny wig ass over here because we fought to make it happen. Somebody has to fight the oppressive system. Everybody can't be a fleer like you. You dig? That's why they have so much contempt for us. Why y'all fight? Somebody has to fight. If we don't fight, we're going to be just like y'all. Down bad. So we as foundational black Americans, we understand fleeing ain't really an option. We don't want to flee. How about we just stand where we are and put our backs to the wall and start fighting the oppressive system? We are the only group, foundational black Americans, who has consistently fought the system of white supremacy head on, and we are a numerical minority over here. That's why we get so much props around the world. People see the courage that we have. Somebody has to fight somewhere. Everybody can't run. So you're not going to criticize us for fighting the oppressive system because you're over here enjoying the fruits of our fighting, ma'am. You're enjoying the fruit of our fighting. Just because y'all come over here and kiss the first white ass you see, all of us ain't on that. We know that's an empty gesture. That don't work. We know that don't work. Yeah? We realized early on, hey, we can't go along with these people. They'll wipe us the hell out. We realized that. We got to be 10 toes down on these folks and fight for whatever we need.
Some people want to sit there and fight all day, but other people actually want to raise their children and they don't want to spend their life fighting. Do you get that? Do you understand that? No, you don't? Okay, no problem. So now let's move forward. So as an immigrant, I'm here in this country. What do I want to do? Put my best foot forward. What do my parents want to do? Put their best foot forward and give us the best opportunity they possibly can. Thank you, Lord, for my parents because they did exactly that. But it's my turn as their child to hold the baton. And one thing I always say, my parents did not risk their lives to get to America for me to get involved in some political warfare. My parents did not risk their lives for me to get to America, for me to sit here fighting people all day. That makes absolutely no sense. And
well, to a tether, yeah, it don't make no sense. That's why you got to flee, ma'am. Yeah, standing up for yourself and fighting for justice, it don't make no sense to you. How does that work for you in your homeland? That's why you have to flee. Because standing up for yourself and fighting for justice, that don't make no sense. Yeah, ma'am, that's why you flee it. That's why it's you failed in your homeland. That's coward talk. Yeah? That's coward talk. And I'm glad they're letting you know this is the mindset. When they tell us we all brothers, no, this is why we see people who kind of look like us and their mentality is like, I ain't about to fight these white peoples. Hell, my come up, I've already got my come up by coming over here eating off you niggas. I ain't about to fight nothing. And in fact, I'm joining the white folks against your ass. You dig? Yeah, Dessalines got assassinated by some of his own dudes. Yeah, this is all really geared towards us as foundational Black Americans. These people have contempt for let me tell you, the fact that we stand up and we fight and we got real courage consistently throughout the generations, not just the one-off like the Haitian Revolution. You can hang your hat on that, but just remember, that's the whoop there it is of revolutions. As a one-hit wonder, y'all ended up killing Dessalines and all of the other riders, and then the Coon class took over down there. Yeah? Hold on. Let me play the rest of this woman here. Hold on.
Here fighting people all day. That makes absolutely no sense. And I think because you guys have never taken that level of a risk, you don't understand that level of responsibility and accountability. That's really the problem here. Because if you really risk your lives to have something, if you really risk your life to get something, you're not willing and ready to throw it away. So now me being...
Risk what? Fleeing? You risk your life hopping on a boat or hopping on whatever's floating to flee?
Where I am here in America, it makes me say to myself, especially as I'm evolving, growing through healing, I'm one of those people that I believe in therapy, I believe in coaching, I believe in...
Okay. Here's a part two. I didn't see the part two. Hold on.
But one of the things that I found myself being very concerned about is my experience as a Black woman.
Oh, why is it doing that?
Especially with the last election, when you saw like this idea.
Okay, hold on.
Of like, oh my gosh, if you're Black, you better do this, you better do that. And I'm like, hold on, wait. That's what really made me say, I don't like this. Like, why are you telling me I have to do this because I'm Black when it's been already pointed out that I'm Haitian? Why do I now have to submit?
So, when we say we're foundational Black American and we're different, y'all niggas are xenophobic. This woman just said, why I gotta say I'm Black when I'm Haitian? They understand there is a difference. They understand that there is a difference. When we acknowledge the difference, because there is a difference, they try to play the xenophobic thing on us. No, we ain't going for that no more. I'm not Black, I'm Haitian. You see? Don't be ashamed to acknowledge your foundational Black American lineage, ladies and gentlemen. Because these folks will delineate from you at the drop of a hat. They will delineate from you at the drop of a damn hat. Let me play the rest of this. Hold on.
this idea of being black. That makes absolutely no sense to me. And that's what you don't get. A lot of people are challenging that idea and that thought is because of their lived experience. Maybe if you guys listened to what was being said instead of gaslighting people, and you made a conscious effort to make sure that different immigrants and different people were having a different experience, maybe they wouldn't feel the way that they do. But when you have a certain experience, I'm sorry, that's what happens, okay? So now,
the hell is she talking about? Hold on.
And I have a 3-year-old boy, okay? They are black. My ex-husband is a black man. Matter of fact, my ex-husband is an African-American man. Not that that matters, but let's talk about it, okay? Because I saw, especially when it comes to my relationship with my ex-husband, I saw how destructive the culture was in impacting him, impacting his family. These are things that we talked about. These are things that we walked through. And any woman that has ever been in a relationship with a black man that has ever felt safe of expressing himself and how he feels, then you know that that is a topic that comes up. And so much time I spent trying to heal him, friends, different people just I've walked through in life. And I understood, especially for the people that are born here in America and have a lineage that is tied to this land, I understand how much psychological warfare has been done to basically imprison the mind to see and think a certain kind of way.
Ma'am, your homeland people are eating dirt pies. What are you talking about? You can't sit here and talk about what we've gone through, and your homeland is in rubbles right now?
Absolutely brilliant man, but I can say today the major reason for our divorce is cultural differences. That's just the reality of it. I have nothing but love for him, and I know he has nothing but love for me, but culturally it just wasn't going to work, and we had to accept that. Now, there's a lot of Haitian friends I had, especially when we went through that war in the 90s. A lot of us came together. Well, what happened is some people assimilated to that culture that was around predominantly, especially if you were in a more urban area. And if you come from a more urban area or inner city, which I wasn't deep in the inner city, however, still close enough, because back in those times, the school zones still will put you in the same school with certain people. So you might go home and live in a completely different neighborhood, but the buses took many of you guys to the same school, which is why I understand you'll see that certain school zones, to protect themselves, some people, what they will do is that advocate for their children, they will become very specific about drawing out those territories of what those school zones look like. And they would rather school zone children or bus children 30 minutes away versus the kids that are 5 minutes away. This is a real thing happening right now. I can't come with my cultural identity. I can't come avec créole moi que moi même parler. Peut-être si commencer parler petit créole, moi n'a pas problème avec moi, me comprendre ça. I can't come with all of.
Okay, you just spoke French, lady. That's French, and make like a little French Creole. That's French, all right? Your culture is French. That's French you just spoke.
This in that environment and think to be accepted, that's okay. Because I think separation is a part of life. Separation doesn't have to be a negative thing. But what happens is what.
Oh, okay. Now she's talking about separation. Immigrants, I want y'all to hear what this woman is saying. How they don't really want to go to school with us. They want to have their own school zones and all of that stuff, but benefit off the black programs and then carve off the resources for their own little enclaves. And then siphon us off for whatever they get. Okay? Separation ain't bad. Oh, you damn right it's not bad. You damn right it's not bad. You say Haitian Creole is French Creole. It's like a Creole version of French. All right? These are French words that they've kind of amalgamated a little bit. It's based on French. All right? Let's stop that. But it's Haitian Creole. It's based off French. These are French words. It's based off French. You know? It's bad French. All right? It's broken down French. Yeah, don't play this game. It's just a broken, it's just like saying, we speak like Ebonics, but it's English. It's Ebonics, but it's English. Don't play that game now. Thank you. French Ebonics. It's French Ebonics. All right? Don't play. It's French Ebonics, what she just did. It's broken French. It's Haitian Creole, no, which is broken French. All right, let's keep it a buck. Broken fucking French. All right, don't start talking about your culture and all. It's broken French. That's all it is. It's Ebonic French. Let's stop this game. You want to separate? Go ahead and separate. Knock yourself out. But when we delineate and say, hey, we're foundational Black Americans, accept that too. You didn't? Accept that. See, we got to watch the game that's being played out here, see? And she said she had an African-American husband. Interesting. Now, she said, was her parents immigrants, or was she an anchor baby? Was she trying to get a green card? Because that's another thing. Did her husband get used for her to anchor some babies here? Because we got to watch out for that, too.